I'm Grumps. I'm not so Grump. And we're the Game Grumps.
Hello! Welcome to Yoshi's Island. Aaron and I just had a nice long friendship talk while this title screen was playing, so we've been listening to this music loop for an hour.
But you're not tired of it, right?
No, it's actually
so
charming.
Fucking charming.
It's boom, boom, ba-doom, boom. I was listening to the bass line. It's like popping and locking.
I was just telling Dan that this is, by and large, like, this is definitely a top 10 game for me, and I don't really think about it that often, but it's just like, this game is like home. It's like so fucking comforting and nice, and the music is good, and the art's good.
That's lovely.
The game fucking rules.
This paradise is Yoshi's Island, where all the Yoshis live.
Confused and angry.
They are all in an uproar over the baby that fell from the sky.
They were debating on which one should eat it.
How did it live? How did it survive the fall? It should be fucking soup.
Yeah, the green Yoshi was like, I'll fucking take it.
Wait, the baby seems to know where he wants to go. Into my mouth. The bond between the twins informs each of them where the other one is.
Yeah, there's just something like this whole thing's going on, and it's just like, meow, and then like just eats it with his tongue. And like, what? No, spit it out.
I love that light blue Yoshi.
Oh yeah.
Look at him. With his little red spikes. The best. The Yoshis decide to carry the baby to his destination via a relay system.
Ooh.
Now begins a new adventure for Yoshis. The Yoshis. Shit. And baby Mario.
So you don't just play as one Yoshi, you play as all the Yoshis.
Is that actual Mario as a baby?
Yeah.
So he's been friends with Yoshi since he was a baby?
I guess.
That's wonderful.
Or maybe
Also,
it's like the future, and this is like post-apocalyptic Mario or some shit.
that sounds right.
It totally sounds real.
If it can make it's
okay. So if I get hit, baby Mario flies off my back.
Okay.
And then he flies around in a bubble, and if I don't catch him in 10 seconds, he gets stolen.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What happens if he gets stolen? You lose a life?
Yeah.
Got it.
Damn it, just give me what I want.
I want the thing.
There we go. Now give me what I want.
What a clever way to teach you that mechanic.
But I used to, I told you this before, but I used to, use this game to test CRTs.
Yes.
Because it's so crisp.
Please explain.
So, CRT monitors, they're not like they're all different. They're not like picture perfect, especially now, let's see.
Shut.
Where, you usually get them at Goodwill, and they've been lightly used, for lack of a better term.
Gently fucked.
Yeah. So there's like geometry problems, and the guns don't fire right, and blah 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 blah, and so the image isn't perfect. So you test a CRT by using like a grid. Gradius 3 on the Super Nintendo has a grid.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember you doing that.
But Yoshi's Island has these big, chunky black lines that are just black lines. Like, look at that.
Oh yeah.
Like the flowers. So it's really easy to see, like, if the pixels are clear or not.
Oh, that's cool.
So I like to test with Yoshi's Island.
I wonder if they ever could have imagined that they'd be helping people out.
I don't know, man, but ain't no other game as crisp as this shit. This game crisp as fuck.
Yo. We crispy, dog.
Yo, this game like Crispin Freeman or Crispin Glover.
Oh, my favorites. Oh god.
My two favorite and
that's
only Crispins.
That's very unsettling.
Oh, Mario crying.
And then there's some kind of beep 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 thing going
yes.
on. And the red flashing, like, come on, guys.
Yeah, they don't want you to lose Mario.
Yeah.
He's oh, hello. No, come here. No, I can tongue up.
That's why the ladies love you, Aaron.
I can tongue right, left, and up.
Do you like that, baby?
You're all the way up there, huh? She's a huge bit. No.
Boy, it sure does make a difference when those piranha plants can make sound.
Oh, and they go.
Yeah. Just shut the fuck up, man.
Go back to being fucking Mario 1 Piranha
Yeah,
Plants,
go back to
dude.
being a plant. You don't have vocal cords.
I think it might just be the rustling of their leaves.
Oh, you might be right. Oh, that poor Shy Guy.
I've been birthed! Ah!
He just popped out. Hey, what's going on out here?
I will be rebirthed as an egg.
Ah, just like aliens.
I got fucking eggs behind me, dude. This game's all about throwing eggs, Dan. Like so. And then you fucking get a little plant.
I'm all about throwing shade.
I'm about
Or
to,
eggs.
I'm about to get some shade under here.
Oh,
This
that's-
fucking sunflower. What's the hardcorest shade that you've ever thrown?
Probably dark brown. I don't know. I'm not much of a shade thrower.
Yeah, that's why I'm curious.
I'd have to think about it.
Because I can like, for example, I can count the times that I've like screamed at somebody
Yes.
on one hand.
Yeah. I think the times when I really screamed at someone, it was before I was a fully developed human being.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can remember really screaming at my sister because she made me so angry and I didn't want to hit her, you know?
Yeah.
But I remember thinking, I wonder if I could scare her by how loud I can scream. And I did, and she started crying and then I felt really bad.
Wow.
And I just thought, I will never do this again. That was probably, I couldn't have been older than like 9 or 8 maybe.
Damn.
Yeah, but it's weird how stuff like that sticks with you.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was probably like a huge... It was like cathartic and also sort of like scarring almost.
Yeah, well, it was shocking to hear that sound come out of me,
Yeah.
you know?
And like feel the aggression on your throat. and
Yeah. Plus, my dad never like took a swing or anything like that, but he would yell really loud when I was a kid, and I think it was part of the reason I did the opposite of that. Always, you fucked it up. I'm gonna scream at you.
shit. No! Dan, no!
That's a fun little challenge, a little scratchy
Yeah, it's
sniff.
cute.
Yeah, I like it. But yeah, I remember getting yelled at by my dad as a little kid and thinking I will never act like this.
Oh, yeah.
You know what thought I had a lot as a kid?
What's that?
The thought that adults would treat me like an idiot. And I just remembered thinking, I hope when I'm an adult I never lose sight of the fact that as a kid I felt like I knew a lot more than they gave me credit for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
And ironically now, I hear kids talk and I think, God, they're stupid.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, right? Is it's not so much a they're actually right as it is like a feeling, you know?
Yes.
Because it feels so much like you're being slighted by somebody who's like, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, I do. I've thought a lot about it, and you know, and it's like, well, maybe they
I know a
have.
lot about life.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I think I learned the most about life when I was 35.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, fucking 25-year-old Aaron is like. If I could meet him, I'd be like,
oh, kiddo.
just listen to me for a second.
Yeah. Why don't you shut your whore mouth for a second?
Yeah, I know exactly how you feel about that. I think the thing for me, because I've got new family, you know, I have nieces and nephews
Yeah.
on Susie's side.
Same with my sister, Dana. She's just cranking them out.
Yeah.
And every now and then there's a new human being that I get to talk to.
But like I didn't really have them in my life until pretty recently.
Oh, okay.
And so I got to like try out how to act around you know, teenagers.
Sure.
And I feel like it worked out pretty well because I was just like, here's what I want to do. I just want to listen. I just want to listen and let them know I'm listening.
Right.
Because that's something that I felt like I never got as a kid.
For sure.
And holy crap.
First of all, do not disrespect the Bloods like that.
and it was not a diss. It was just a slip of the tongue. But it really paid off. Like they obviously felt like very special and appreciated.
Yeah.
Just because I listened, and like if they did say something that was like naive or whatever, I either wouldn't comment on it, or I'd just like genuinely be like, oh, that's interesting. Why do you think that way?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean,
and then they would explain, you know?
Shit, dude, no one listens to you when you're a teenager in a lot of ways. And now I feel like it's even worse than it was when I was a teenager, because people are on their phones so much now, no one listens to you now when you speak, you know?
Yeah.
There's that comedian, I can't even remember if I said this on a Grumps episode or just repeated it to you off camera, but I was watching a comedian who basically said people pull out their cell phones now when they sit down for a meal with someone and just like put it next to them like it's the Old West and like they used to put out guns.
That's so true.
Just so you know, I can ignore you at any time.
Yeah. At any moment this conversation gets boring, you know where I'm gonna turn.
Yeah.
And you know how that's gonna feel. So get used to it, bub.
Yeah, so I'm sure they really appreciated that.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, there's a fair share of them being on their phones as well, but...
Of course.
It's the fact that somebody was, like, paying attention to them and listening to them, I think was, like, a huge deal.
Yeah.
So.
It's... Also, can I say... Because you and I are in talking mode, because we've been chatting before this started for a while, I didn't even have a moment to realize that you turned into a helicopter. You turned into a dinosaur helicopter, and it was freaking adorable.
Oh yeah, I was flying around all which away.
I loved it. And now you're on Light Blue Yoshi. Do each of the Yoshis have their own skills that they turn into?
Nah.
Oh.
It just varies based on the stage.
Still adorable, and we'll do that next time on GameGrumps.
Yay, the relay race of Mario.
I love it. They're just passing this baby off.
Yeah, oh, he'll be dead by the end of the day.
Cool.
Every bone will be broken.
Baby death.
I love baby death.
Same.